What up? What up? What up? Oh no, can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
Can you hear that?
What is all that for?
What is all
What
that
is,
for?
what is all the special effects for?
I don't see no
What?
special effects.
I hear it. I'm talking. I hear
Oh,
it.
hype in the chat. Hype in the
Oh
chat.
God.
Yeah, hype in
Oh
the chat.
man, I
You know
wish
what's
your
but
voice I was not working
you know what? It works.
too.
Is it?
Yeah, it's all good.
Let me change that. What up?
What's going on, man?
And
It's
I'm
been a
here.
while,
It's early.
and it is
Early.
early
It is.
on a Thursday. This is
Yeah,
think of this as just think of this as a snap pop up meet. People always get on us about how we don't have like consistent programming. We're still working on it. Think of it this way: we acknowledge this fact. We're working on it. We're working on it. But you know, we said today, forget it. We're gonna go on today. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, and it's been a while. What's up, Chris? What's going on, brother? We missed y'all. We did. We really missed y'all.
young
And
DC. Young
we'll
DC
see if
Junior.
Oh, what's up, man? What's up, man? Hey, are you supposed to be at work? You at work? No, y'all give some shout outs to my son out there, my oldest DC Junior out there listening to the podcast, watching. What's up, bro? Hey, so I'll let Pete know. I'll let Pete see if he wants to share while we were off for a little bit. If not, we could just move on.
No, I don't want to
Okay.
share while we were off for a little bit.
Okay, well, I'll do it then.
On
Okay.
his ones and twos.
Okay. Anyway,
Bless.
so a lot has happened since we last talked to y'all. I know the last show we did a show on the NFL preview. So we gave y'all a quick preview on that. I wish I had the statistics on how well we did on our picks, but I know my Eagles won. Shout out to the Eagles, 2025 Super Bowl champions. We squeaked one away from the Dallas Cowgirls. Probably the biggest story of that game was Jalen Carter getting ejected for being provoked by the $1 million man, highest paid player in the NFL who's still trash.
Dang.
D. Dak Prescott. Trash.
He actually had a good game. It's actually CD who had a bad game.
He did. I will give Cowboys fans credit. Dak played a really good game. I was shocked. Right. But CD, bruh, they was killing him in social media.
Hey, Junior, bro, I need to holler at you, man. You know, I just hit the button, man. So I need to holler at you, my fellow Tesla driver. I need to holler at you soon, bro. So I'll hit you up a little bit if you got time. You say you ain't working, so it sounds like you got a bunch of time. Definitely need to holler at you
though. Okay. What's up? Hey, Miss Kathy, how are you?
Thank you. I'm not retired yet. Unlike some people, I don't retire till I'm retired. I'm still in the fight. So if you need me to come back, you know, call my phone. But only during certain times because I won't answer all the time.
He's not coming back, ladies and gentlemen. He's not coming back. But let's get to it, though. Let's get to it. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Just to give you a quick overview, you had the unfortunate death of Charlie Kirk yesterday at a rally or a talk at Utah, at a university in Utah. You also had the unfortunate death of the young lady who was from Ukraine on a railway by African-American male. She was stabbed. You have that. You also have the NFL Week 2 coming around here. You got the Green Bay Packers going up against the Washington Commanders, and among other stuff. So you're going to have just a quick overview again. You're going to have a bunch of stuff we're going to throw at you. As always, feel free to jump in the comments. Give us your thoughts. It is a safe space here. No judgment. So whatever you want to say, we're not going to, unless you say something about the Eagles, you will get slammed, of course. But besides that, this is a safe space. So before we get started, you have anything you would like to share?
I mean, we can go ahead and get started.
Okay. So first, I want to say my condolences and my prayers go out to the family of Charlie Kirk yesterday, who passed away. Unfortunately, he was shot at a Utah at a university doing a rally or a debate with university students, as he has done across the country many times. So let me first say, just throw it out there. Uh, Regardless of what you believe in, no one deserves to die for it. Nobody. So even if you don't agree with what he was talking about, that's your right, but no one deserves to die for it.
Exactly. Is it safe? Nah, it
Ever?
depends. It depends if it's safe or not.
What?
2C's ask, is it really safe? Because you said
Oh,
stay
well, that's
safe.
another story in itself. Hey, shout out to 2C's, man. She's got her own podcast that she does. It's called 2C's. Throw your podcast in the comments, man. I've watched it. It's something with grit. I don't want to mess it up. I apologize, but I've seen it. I think it's funny, witty, but please throw it in the comments. I would like to shout it out. Okay, so to continue on. So,
can I tell you something interesting about Charlie Kirk?
Okay.
You know, he went to community college and then he dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I found that interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting. Decided to get
I said not safe if you live in Louisiana. What's happening in Louisiana? It's just Louisiana as a whole. You just dissing the Bayou right now. You saying LSU? But go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Amber. I just thought that was interesting.
I just, for what happened yesterday, I was scrolling my Facebook feed, and it's just amazing. In life, especially I would think military members, you have so many friends that you have accumulated over the time you've been in, and they add you on Facebook, you become their friends. What does Don Jr. say?
He says political leader there is claiming to come for people that say anything about him. Say anything about Charlie Kirk?
No.
Oh.
He's talking about somebody else.
Oh.
I will
like removing your driver's license while time. Wow. Wow.
Would love to hear about that. If you can provide some context to that, Don, put in the comments if you like. Anyway, I'll cut to the chase. I remember when George Floyd happened, it seemed like you see the best and the worst of people on social media, because everybody had two different schools of thoughts, and it was like people were throwing jabs at each other, and people were getting unfriended. It was the grand unfriending of social media, and I saw that yesterday. I've seen people who were, of course, obviously, whether you agree with him or not, was sending condolences to his family. I know a couple of people I know said, regardless of what you believe, no one should die for their beliefs, and I agree 100%. Then you had some people was like, well, they didn't agree with what he was talking about, and it was like he deserved to die. And then you had some people that said what he was saying was spot on, and he's a martyr. Why can't people just realize that every life is important? It is. I mean, I'll admit, I wasn't a fan of everything he said, but he definitely didn't deserve to get shot. No different than when someone tried to take out President Trump. You may not like what he does, but he doesn't deserve to get shot over it. What's your thoughts?
I think I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like I seen him a bunch on YouTube Shorts and things like that. Maybe a couple of YouTube videos. Seen a couple things like it seems like he just goes to campuses, opens up a open platform, and just like, if you want to debate any topics, I will debate any topics. Some get a little personal, some get a little one-sided. I've seen a couple of them where he was like, somebody says like, America is not the best country in the world, and he would debate that. And he'd talk about, you got clothes on your back, you got food to eat. How could you say that when there's countries that don't have that? So he just likes it. My bad. I don't know what just happened. We just got a glitch in the matrix. Hopefully we're still on. Let me check. Uh, okay, yeah, we're still good. All right. So I he does not he de nobody deserves to get shot over having an opinion. No, nobody. You had whoever did this or whoever goes to these debates, you have an option to show up or not show up. So if you show up and get on the microphone and state your opinion, he or whoever has the opportunity to say the same thing. And you know what you're getting when you go there. It's not like it's a hidden thing that he came to your front door, your house. Like you had an opportunity not to go. So if people get that upset over somebody's opinion, of course there's something wrong with that person. Now, is that probably the smartest thing to do? Just go to people's colleges and have all these debate things? Like, I don't get the purpose of it. Try to expand people's minds, I guess. I don't know. But that's what he chose to do. That's how he chose to live his life. We're a free country. I respect that. I just don't respect the fact that somebody would go out and shoot somebody because it seems like they just shot him over an opinion.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's where I kind of lose the understanding of what happened.
Absolutely. I think you're going to have people that have opinions that you don't agree with, and then you may think it's radical. But again, that doesn't mean that they deserve to die over it. That's the point of America. That's the thing about America. You have freedom of speech. You have a right to feel the way you feel, as long as you don't hurt others. Now, one would argue what you say or what he said hurts others. I would argue that one. I mean, obviously, it's something that you don't necessarily agree with. And you could also argue that perhaps it could brew hatred. Maybe some people may think that, but until you can prove that, again, doesn't mean that he deserved. Either way, it doesn't mean he deserved to die. Either way, and so I just want people, everybody, just chill, right?
Just chill.
Like
Just chill.
everyone has their own opinion. Is it really? Let me rephrase it because I know some people are not going to agree.
Yeah.
Is it really worth to just start throwing people into Facebook purgatory because they don't agree with what you believe in? And when someone posts something on their social media that you don't like, you don't really have to read it. You could just ignore it, scroll past it. But I think what happens is people want to have these debates on social media. One, they're not in person to receive the nonverbal feedback. And then two, emotions get like you get charged up in emotion.
Mhm.
So anyway, that's the
Yeah.
unfortunate thing about it. The most important thing is, or the saddest thing is this in Charlie Kirk has passed. And his family doesn't have a father or a husband. That's the saddest part about all of this.
Yeah, I'm trying to read more about him. He's actually an interesting guy. Um, but I don't understand why he would do it. So I'm trying to read like he says that he was an avid public speaker, touring the country, speaking at Republic events, many of which were popular with members of the ultra conservative Tea Party movement. I don't really know what that means, but okay. And his daily conversation, he has daily conservative talk radio, had millions of followers on social media. A turning point, which they didn't blah blah blah. Okay, and then he did this debate in Utah and was gunned down. Um, it's weird that there's a manhunt. Here's my thing. I don't want to be getting the conspiracies and all this stuff. I would think this gunman would be pretty easy to find. Pretty easy to find, especially at the event. But that's just me. That's just me. I mean, I can leave it up to people's opinion. How do you not find somebody in a crowd full of people? Now, if they were, I don't know how far this shot took place. I don't know if it was like 100
Mhm.
feet away, if it was like 300 feet away, if it was like on a different building across the way. Hey, thanks, Don. I'll look at this right now. Oh, it's a Fox News thing. So I don't know how far it is, how far it was away. FBI released photos of the person of interest. So they have a person of interest. Looks like some kind of Asian guy, maybe Mexican guy. A little
Yeah, they said they caught I think 2 or 3 people, but they released them.
Oh, they already released them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I think the unfortunate thing about this is there's a lot of political charge behind all of this, because you have one side believe it was the left side that did it. You had the left side saying it's not us, it's the right side spewing all this hatred. I don't recall in my lifetime this much of a divide between the two parties. Do you?
no, not this much. That is it's pretty unfortunate. It's pretty crazy. Now, the only thing I don't get from this guy Charlie Kirk is like, what was the point? You're kind of pushing people's buttons, and you keep pushing people's buttons and pushing people's buttons. Like, what's the point? What was your overall intent behind this? And that's why I was trying to read about what he is. Now,
you mean as far as go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, please go.
You mean as far as what he was talking about that may have charged people or been controversial, maybe?
No, what was the point? Oh, y'all flexing retirement. McCoy, nah.
Bro, you look like you've been retired. You still in uniform. You talking about our beards.
You should be at work right now. Helping troops. On that link, I want to go down until you see. Oh, Clay hit. Got you. Like, what, when you first started this, what is your point? What was the purpose of doing this? Is it just because you have a voice and you want to use it?
Oh, yeah, I think it's just like we was talking about, it is everyone's right as an American citizen to have your own thoughts and beliefs, right? Freedom of speech. And from what I gather, what Charlie Kirk believed in, there were certain things dealing with, I won't say anti, I would say he had his own thoughts and theories about African Americans when it comes to slavery, reparations, LGBTQ, and about the type of benefits that we have as African Americans in the United States. His thought process is everyone should be treated the same, and anything that African Americans complain about that said that we can and cannot do is in our minds. It has nothing to do with the government. And also stuff about abortion. He has some different thoughts about what he believes in abortion. So they were very conservative, which has caused folks at these universities to come and debate him. Now, in his defense, he's had a wide range of folks follow him over the years. He had a talk show that he was on there for 3 hours. They had like over 800,000 downloads. And he's a heavy supporter of our current president. So that being said, there are a lot of folks in our country that really believed in what he believed in. But there's a large amount of folks that did not believe or understand what he believed in. And again, even if that's the case, if you're not on the side of Charlie Kirk and his followers or what he believed in, he did not deserve to be assassinated. Right. And the unfortunate thing is there are folks on the right that are considering this an assassination by the left. And we don't know that. We don't. Remember when President Trump, when they took a shot at President Trump, it was just some guy on the rooftop. We don't know if he was connected to the Democrats or not. Let's see. He says, Devon says, clickbait, more views, makes platform revenue.
True.
What are you talking about?
True.
That's my point. Y'all at lunch.
Y'all live at lunch. Is that okay with you? Is that okay with you? We're trying to bring you content. No. We're trying to bring you content, help your day go a little bit better.
Man, don't be mad because we ain't got to work like you, man. We chilling, bro. We on Skill Bridge and stuff.
Yeah, Skill Bridge and stuff. You could bring your airmen around, have a professional development time, spend time with your airmen and NCOs, have some good quality time, listen to unpopular celebrities, and have good debates.
Chris says the intent was persuasion. He was younger. I agree, and had access to the youth and college range that most wouldn't. He used his passion to influence. That spot on, Chris. That was spot on. You said it even more better than I could have. He had a lot of influence, and I'm telling you, I read somewhere that he had a couple of organizations that he founded as a CEO with his purpose of gathering the youth to kind of get behind what he felt or what he believed in when it comes to those different topics that I previously mentioned. And it was a large base. In fact, there are some people that believe he helped gather the majority of the youth vote to help the president win.
Right, I did hear that too. Hey, I want to read this thing that Don put up. I'll try to read it. You know, I'm not the best at this, but he said, Republican Representative Clay Higgins of Louisiana indicated that he will leverage all of the power and influence he can bring to bear or to bring to bear to target those who have belittled and celebrated the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The congressman indicated that he will push for the permanent social media I don't know that word of such individuals and go after their businesses. This is a quote. I'm going to use congressional authority and every influence with big tech performance to mandate immediate ban for life of every post that belittled the assassination of Charlie Kirk. If they
What?
ran their he said if they ran their mouths with their smart ass, hated, celebrated murder of a beautiful young man who dedicated his whole life to diverting respect, truth, and hearts. Blah 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 blah. A lot of words, a lot of words. Basically, he said, "So I'm going to lean forward in this fight, demanding that big tech have zero tolerance for violent political hate and ban all platforms forever." Higgins even said that their driver's license should be yanked. So basically, anybody who says anything bad about Charlie Kirk have their whole shit yanked. I think he's going against the whole thing of freedom of speech, but that's just me.
Hmm.
Holy crap! Hold on, we got a lot of sitting here on a different page trying to read this. He said I'm on use or lose. Hey, dirtbag, let's not wait till September to use all our use or lose. Let your airmen go take some use or lose. It sounds like you need to lose more than use, but that's just me. What's up, big dog? Unpopular celebrities. He was the NCO that every chief needs. Wow. Wow. Tell me why you say that.
Who is he talking about?
He talking about Charlie Kirk.
You sure? Really?
I hope so. John says, doesn't the First Amendment not work both ways? That's exactly what I just said. Yep. That would go against freedom of speech. Yep. Exactly what
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. So tell me why, guys. If from you guys saying this in the chat, why is it because some people believe what Charlie Kirk was saying, they felt like it was divisive, that it's okay for someone to say, well, good riddance. Why would somebody say something?
Yeah, that's kind of that doesn't make any sense.
You know?
Yeah, that's kind of
why.
Like you ever seen those debate things where they bring like one person? Like I see one with Skip Bayless, I see one with Pat David, and it's like 20 people against one, and they debate Skip against LeBron James, and some get like it's like they don't even want to listen; they just want the other person to be like, "Okay, you're right," and they just keep pushing. It's like people really get upset; they really get pissed off. Like
I'm gonna sit here and say the stuff that he said was, I agree with all of it.
You're not supposed to.
I agree with probably 99% of it. But he still did not deserve to be killed. And for someone to say that he got what he deserved, I question your humanity.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't know who this guy was. Like I didn't know his name. I just seen him. I seen his face. I seen his face. So that's what I'm saying. Like kind of making a bigger deal out of it than what it I was. He was closest to the ranks, and we know. Oh, okay, yeah, he was talking about Charlie Kirk, talking about the NCO that all chiefs beat. He said he was the closest to the ranks, and we know that the higher tier can't be close, can't be that close, and get the truth. Kirk could get the bait. Um, yeah, I don't know if he was even looking for the truth. Skip is worse first. See, John, this is what I'm talking about. You already have your opinion about Skip. Do I like Skip? No, I don't think he's
Who
the
is
best
Skip?
ever. Skip Bayless.
What, how do we get to Skip
Talking
Bayless?
about debates. Talking about debates. Because like I told you, I don't know if you were listening. There's these
No problem.
there's these other shows. It's called 20 Against One. And basically it's 20 people that come around and they sit in a chair across from like Skip Bayless and they debate him. So Skip will bring up a topic. Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. And somebody will run up to the chair and they'll start debating him on why LeBron is better than Michael Jordan.
Okay, and your point? I'm listening. I'm like, I'm trying to get to where the point is. So what's your point?
The point is people get really upset when they debate people. They really take it personal. They're not there
Okay,
to listen
yeah.
to the other person's insight. They're just there to get their point across, and they get really upset when they
I think
don't.
people get upset because there is in a debate, the only way a debate will work, someone has to be right, someone has to be wrong, or there's an impasse. In these debates, case in point, when they go to the university and they were debating Charlie Kirk, what's the chances that one side is going to yield and say, you know what, you're right?
0.
Exactly. So when you're debating someone, if no one is willing to look at it from another lens, of course somebody is going to get upset.
I
And the
don't.
only reason why I looked kind of puzzled when y'all brought up Skip Bayless is I get it. I know who Skip Bayless is. I know how he interacts with folks when he's on air. I know. However, I would argue this is a little different because the stuff that Skip Bayless is debating about is not as polarizing as what Charlie Kirk is talking about.
To
And to the
you,
point where it's no. Don't say it to me. I put it like this. Would you say, well, now I won't say that because it depends on the person. So I won't say that. I would argue from my perspective, if someone does not, if I can't get someone to agree that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, it ain't gonna cause me to lose sleep in the middle of the night. It won't.
and some people it
However,
does, yeah.
if I am trying to get someone to understand what they are saying is dividing, say, the African American community or LGBTQ, then yeah, that may bother me because if more people listen to you, then they're going to adopt the same philosophy. Whereas if more people listen to you and they adopt the philosophy that LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, I would doubt that's going to cause a lot of people to have sleep at night. But that's just me.
I'm gonna put this comment up. Can you read this?
Eric J says they are taking a Malcolm X approach before he went on his Mecca. Elaborate. Elaborate on that for a little bit for us, Eric. What do you mean?
All right, we'll move on. Hence, he was an NCO. That's that a chief needs. I understand what you're saying. What makes a good debate though? For the last 24 hours of social media clips, was he a good debater, or was he someone who opened the door a little just to slam it in their face?
That's the
Wow.
John. That is the point I'm trying to make. His whole sole purpose, when he, in my opinion, first, God rest his soul. But I believe when you have these type of debates, 9 times out of 10, the person that's having the debate will not yield and say, well, you know what, I was wrong, you was right. I didn't think
Right.
about it that way. And it's going to incense people. That doesn't mean he deserved what happened to him, but that's the problem with debates in some cases. Both sides. That's why when they have debates and in certain settings, they have a person to judge, right? An impartial person to judge a debate. So there's always some type of a winner. But in these cases, you don't. Alicia said, what's up, Alicia? Alicia says, I miss the days where debaters debate with facts. My point exactly.
Here's the crazy part with that, and me and Philly talked about this yesterday. Everybody thinks what they're saying is facts until somebody proves them otherwise. And most of the stuff that he was debating, you could see facts on both sides. Like if I tell you America is not the most freest country in the world, I don't feel like America is a free country. You could debate both sides of that, and you could bring up facts to both sides. Talk about healthcare. Other countries, Canada has better healthcare than the US. And somebody would be like, no, they don't. And be like, but it's free. That makes it better. But America has better doctors, so it could go on and on. So it's like everybody thinks their opinions are facts until it's something that can be said otherwise. But it, as to Philly's point, it takes that person to admit that their facts are not as factual or your facts are better or whatever. And most people in debates, I mean, I remember being in debate class back in high school and people really thought like it was like a fight. And I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just I'm not that strung up in trying to prove my point is right. I'm like, all right, I said what I said. You said what you said. Either like the best thing we always say, like agree to disagree, or got it. Thanks for changing my perspective and move on. But to take it to a point where you want to shoot somebody is kind of crazy. Can you take this one?
All right. John Becker says, but is there a point? Is there a right or wrong in a debate? There are positions. Each person is arguing a position. We can use ethics or social norms to define right or wrong. But for me, a debate should be discussing facts and influencing opinions through those facts or interpretations of those facts. I agree. I mean, here's my only argument with that, John. And first, I appreciate your comment. I appreciate that. Here's my thing. It is difficult to convince someone that maybe there is a flaw or error in their logic when you have a debate.
Right.
Unless they are willing to have an open mind to see it. Case in point, if Pete and I are debating about, which we've done many a times, debated about stuff, at some point, someone's got it, preferably both people, in order to get to either an agreement or agree to disagree, to say, you know what, I didn't think about it that way. Perhaps you're right. And then move on. To me, that's the only way progress happens. In this case, when it comes to society, when it comes to folks in society, how they get along, do they get the right opportunities, things of that nature, the only way we can move forward with progress is people have to find a way to come to a common ground. Even if that means what they were talking about for weeks or months or years was wrong and they realize it.
Right.
But most people are not willing to do that, especially when it comes to politics. Because in politics, if you agree that the other side is right, it makes you look weak, and then it makes you seem like a question what you've believed in, and your followers see it too. And so to me, that's part of the problem, in my opinion, with this country and with the political parties that we have. It is difficult for political parties to come to the middle to agree. I would argue, and I would hope it wouldn't happen, and it doesn't happen. Case in point, here's an example. Here we are. You have two different schools of thought about what happened, unfortunately, to Charlie Kirk. Meanwhile, you got drones flying in from Russia into Poland. You know what I mean? It's like, what are we talking about here? Like, a man died. There should be like one, gun violence. Like, we have to find why is it that this person that shot at him, from reading on CBS News, there was a report of somebody I'm coming down from a rooftop 400 feet from where Kirk was speaking. Isn't that the same thing that happened to President Trump?
Well, he's not the president. Like, he probably didn't have.
But my point is, why, for security purposes, and I'm not blaming security. I'm just saying, why is it for some reason it's the same MO?
Well,
if it's somebody that, if it's somebody that is that controversial, right? You would, and he had his own security. I won't even go into the what do they call it?
Protocol?
No. I forgot the term they use. But anyway, there was some video of somebody making signals like this behind. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh because it's not funny, but it's just when you think about it, it's like, how could nobody have caught that? But anyway, bottom line is, from my opinion, we all need to get to a point where as we put our own political views aside and try to find a way to get the common ground. Is it like Nirvana? Maybe. But I think that's what we need to do. Devon says, debate now is just who's the loudest. Exactly. And I'm guilty of it too. When I'm heated about something, I do raise my shut up. I do raise my voice and I get upset. I do. But I will say I am willing to see the other side. As long as you give me credible facts and data, I can admit when I'm wrong.
All right, you asked Jay a question, so here you go.
All right, Eric J. Let's see. Eric J says, let me find it. Okay. Before he went on his Mecca, I'm assuming he's talking about Charlie Kirk.
No, Malcolm.
Oh, no, Malcolm X. I'm sorry, my mistake. Before he went on his Mecca, Malcolm X, he had no sympathy for actions in America that affected the other race.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, he publicly stated about chickens coming home to roost after JFK was assassinated. For people saying that they have no sympathy for Charlie Kirk, that is their mindset. No.
Mm-hmm. There's a very long one. I'm going to get you to read.
Yeah, I think you're talking about from Don.
Yeah.
Alicia says he went off this, proved me wrong, but all he did was shut. I agree. I agree. And I'm telling you, I watched some of the debates and they were pissing some people off. This one lady, she was kind of vulgar, I will admit it, but they were throwing hats to people. Like, come on. Like, if you're going to have a debate, the whole point is you have to have in your mind, if someone poses a credible fact to you and you use your logic and be like, you know what? I never thought about it that way. They may be right. That is a debate. To me, that was like a roast session.
That's all, and that's what he was doing. All right, go ahead. This is long. This is all you.
Don Jr. says the talks he had on DEI and Michelle Obama and affirmative action upset a ton of people. Yep. But you fix that with debating or educating him on where he was wrong. Will be interesting to learn who did this and why. Blindly blaming the Democrats is dangerous and can lead to pockets of retaliation that isn't warranted. He was definitely smart.
Yep.
And loved to debate and got people in schools talking and debating and getting into politics. Probably need more of that, but folks willing to learn and bend and change their hearts and minds. I enjoy some of his debates and dislike the few, but you can change hearts and minds by eliminating them, if that's even why they did this. Lisa says exactly. John Becker says, oh man, so now the conspiracy theorists will come out. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. The conspiracy theories will come out about the video with the signals and if his death was planned by those looking to use his death as a sacrifice for their views. Again, this is in reference to that video of the signals, but it's interesting if people in his camp will run with this. I agree. And that's what my concern is. Because I wish I could find a tweet, but I think President Trump put something out about, one, he was sending his condolences to his family and talking about how great Charlie Kirk was and his movement. But I want to say he mentioned something about the left. I can't remember. I won't push that one because I can't remember for sure. But let me be clear. I think until we get the clear information from the authorities, no one should say it was because of the left or whoever.
Right.
For all we know, whoever it was, we're looking for the person who did it. We don't know who he's affiliated with. That's the most important thing.
Right. Just call him a lone wolf right now.
Yeah, lone wolf. He's not from the left, the right, the middle, the triangle, whatever. He is a lone wolf.
Yeah. But I mean, back to a couple of points I made, and we could change the topic. I just don't get, like, a lot of people said, like, if you're gonna debate, cool, but it's almost like some of his debates were like, "Let me prove I'm smarter than you. You think you know
Right.
more than me, but I'm gonna prove I know more than you." And
Right.
so some of those went kind of. I could see why people would get upset because it seems like back to your point, neither one of the sides want to listen to each other. It's like you're listening to hear something, and then once you hear it, you want to jump all over that, and you missed everything else that person said.
I do think when you have a belief about something and you feel strongly about it, I do think at some point in order to get the other side to listen, there's some. Let me make sure I'll be careful when I say this. I'm not saying that Charlie Kirk never had empathy. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if I felt strongly that the Air Force was better than the U.S. Army,
Mhm.
I have to be able to know about the Army to be able to bring my argument and have some some some
Substance.
facts behind it, some substance. Thank you.
Yeah.
So if I say the Air Force was the one that won the service that won World War II, I have to know what the Army did in order, to debate that.
Yeah.
And then if I get in debate with you about this same topic and I'm belittling your service and say, the Army, all y'all need to know to do is y'all do etch a sketch and blah, 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 where the Air Force, where of course you're going to be offended by it and you're not going to listen to anything
And
I say,
you're
even
100%.
though there's some facts to it.
Yeah.
Now you're listening to me like going at your service and you're taking offense to it.
Yeah.
And I would argue at these debates on both sides. When I watched the videos, it occurred on both sides. Those who were for Charlie Kirk and those who were against Charlie Kirk. It was a lot of name calling, belittling, and we can't move forward with progress for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Very true. Very sad. Very true. Oh man, it's just a lot. Just a lot. Just a lot.
Yeah, it was a tough week. Transitioning topics. I don't know if you guys were following, but let's see, Alicia, before we get into the next topic, I'll read her comment. Alicia says, he really didn't bother me, Charlie Kirk. What bothered me is people talk about he stood up for what he believed in. He spoke up about releasing Epstein files, but he backtracked and let it go when the president asked him to the speaking on the subject. That's when I knew he was out here to promote other things.
Mm.
Fair.
Mhm.
It's fair.
Mhm. All right, go ahead. Transition.
So unfortunately, we had there was some news about that was all over the news about a passing of a young lady who was from Ukraine. Her name was, and forgive me if I mispronounce it, Irina Zarutska.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Irina Zarutska. So she was on a railway in Charlotte, outside of downtown. Just like most people gets on the train, they go in the back and you're immersed in your phone. And then there was a African American male sitting behind her, whose name is known as now DeCarlos Brown. Gets up, appeared to have a knife, just stabbed her several times. And what's more, even alarming is no one did anything. I think someone got up, kind of looked at her. She looked shocked,
Hmm.
and he walked to try to get off the railway. You can see the blood from the video dripping from his hand, and he walked through the train. So thankfully they caught him, but this has been a all over the news and social media because one, you have a refugee from Ukraine came here to the United States to build a better life. Obviously, there's a war going on in Ukraine between Ukraine and Russia, and she gets here and she dies. And so there's narrative of one, the state that it happened in. Oh, well, you have some people say this is what you voted for. This is the left's fault and stuff like. Why does it always have to be about politics? This young lady did not deserve to die. We don't know why this man stabbed her. But the most important thing is it should not have happened. And even more so, got it. I can understand why people wouldn't try to jump on the guy. He has a knife. So it's probably scary. Not too many people would have done it. But it doesn't look like most people try to run over there, at least initially, to provide first aid. Thoughts?
Um, Oh man, there's too much going on to really have thoughts of understanding of why. So I'll leave the understanding out of it because there's no way I'm gonna understand what the hell happened. Um, just sad, man. It's just kind of crazy, kind of crazy. Like I don't know if you
Kind of.
believe in a higher power, if you believe there's a better place, if you believe that no bullets have names on them, you know, just her time to go. I don't know. It's just sad how it just it's not sad. It's kind of not wrong. It's crazy how it happened. But if you believe that, you know, bullets don't have no names on them, and when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. It's her time to go. I don't know how else to describe it because I don't want to get into the why and the understanding because I don't think we'll ever know. I feel it's interesting. The judge ordered Brown to go to a mental institution to get evaluated for 60 days. That was kind of crazy, but okay, I wasn't there, so maybe he needs to. Uh, but it seemed like the attack was very unprovoked. Like she was already sitting there. He went to go sit behind her and just started stabbing her.
Yeah.
Like, what if that was me? I wonder if that would have been me who would have got stabbed, or if that was you,
Yeah.
and just be happen to sit at the wrong place. And looking at the video, there's people to the left of him or to the
Yeah.
right of him. Like,
Wasn't in a dark alleyway. Wasn't in
nah,
a secluded. It was on a railway, public railway.
yeah. But to your point about jumping on the guy, I'm very interested with the people that are watching live because you can always comment later. Watch us on YouTube and you comment later if you want to, and we'll get back to you. Um, what would you have done? Would you have jumped on the guy? I think I would have let the guy go and try to render first aid to the girl.
I think that's the right thing to do. It does you no good to. I mean, the act has already occurred. It's one thing if he's coming at her and you can try to do something to stop him if you're able, then maybe that. But once the act happens, the most important thing is to make sure she gets first aid and then you call the police.
Yeah, well, I would hope
But
somebody else would while I'm
the
doing that.
thing
But
that just saddens me about it is there was a narrative about, you know, again, political about states that have maybe laws that are not as stringent, and that's why there's crime and calamity. There was quick transition. There was threats by the administration to send the National Guard to the Chicago to stop the crime there, similar to what they did in DC. And we can't show the video, but when you guys get an opportunity, go ahead and hit up YouTube and check out the video or Instagram. It's interesting. Comment. Let's see. Low. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Thank you for your comment. Even after she fell over in her seat, they left her. Exactly. Exactly. And she said, no one even asked her if she was okay. They all just left.
yeah, that was the crazy part. I think
Yeah.
I mean, especially if I'm sitting right next to her, I'm not just gonna be like, whoa, at least fucking call somebody. I mean, I guess somebody did. They were able to stop him somehow. So somebody must have raised the flag. But I mean, do something. I probably, to be honest, I probably just took my shirt off and applied pressure at the least. At the least. But I was like, man, do something. Like, as a human being, help another human being out if you can. I'm not saying you got to be Captain America and take on the guy with the knife and, try to make hero news and get a purple heart. I'm not saying all that. If that's not in your wheelhouse of knowing how to defend yourself against a armed adversary with the knife, and you're not in the mental mindset to take that challenge on, then yeah, don't do it. Uh, but there's nothing to say you can't help another human being.
I had I saw a couple of posts on social media after this occurred, and there was a picture of somebody, I guess they used AI. Instead of it being a white woman, it was a black woman with a white man standing over top of her, stabbing her. And then the caption it said, if this would occur, they would have burned Charlotte down. Why do you think people do stuff like that?
Wait, if it was
You
the
know?
opposite race, a white dude
Yeah, I
stabbing a
guess
black
what they were
girl?
trying to say is there's not enough attention being put on this issue because she was a white woman stabbed by a black man.
Uh,
But if it was the opposite, they would burn Charlotte down. Like,
I
why
don't think
would
it.
people do stuff
I
like
don't think it matters that she was a Ukrainian refugee. I don't think any of that matters to the story. To highlight that part of the story, I think it loses the narrative of how sad the incident is, that somebody would be deranged enough for whatever their reason is to go on there and just start stabbing another person. I don't care if you're white, black, from Ukraine, from Europe, from outer space. Don't care. None of that moves my needle as far as any type of reasoning why.
Right.
Unless the person comes out and says, my I hate Ukrainians. I knew she was from Ukraine and I took matters into my own hand. Then okay, you can run with that story. But until you have those facts, you're just spinning up a narrative that takes away from how sad the thing is that somebody was brutally stabbed. Did she die?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody was brutally stabbed and died when they're just trying to go wherever they're trying to go on public transportation. Public transportation. Transportation that was put in there for the public. So people that don't have the means, the money, or don't have the right resources to get a vehicle, there's this thing that the public taxpayers pay to get people from point A to point B. And somebody took somebody's life so brutally like that. I just will never understand. Jan Becker says, so a question I've been thinking about. Our country is young and has been through a lot. But where is our country in our arc? What do you mean arc?
Good question. Yeah, it says art.
With all the I gotta get this phone. Hold on. I'm sorry.
With all this violence, is our country getting ready to go through something worse than the Civil War? John, good question. If you can elaborate a little bit in our arc. But to answer your second part, as far as whether we will be going to a civil war, I think about that often as well. There's such a divide in this country and so many issues. And I almost feel that's going to come. I feel like right now people are getting to a point where they have to choose sides, which is unfortunate. And this is all recipes of a civil war. Not to mention, you have foreign entities who we know does not like our country. We already know who those actors are. It will do them make them feel great knowing that we will implode internally. Okay, Chad West, what's up, brother? It could be AIs. I didn't confirm, but there was video with the suspect stating something about a white girl. What's up, Chad? What's going on, man? Alicia says, I posted something about stop the political arguing, and an old airman of mine posted pics of Charlie Kirk and Ukrainian girl on my page saying, it's the Democrats' fault. Oh, man, that's what I was just talking about. One bothers me because I'm seeing true colors of people. And why is it that people don't see how divided our country is? Why does posting that make someone feel valid? Thank you, Alicia. That's what I was asking earlier. Like, come on, people. Like, to John's point about Civil War, can the case be said when we post stuff like that, we make it worse? Why do we have to? And the sad thing is like, what is that we have to find sure people situation? I'm curious. Let me ask y'all a question. What do you say to a person when they're accused of being a racist and they say, I can't believe they said that. I don't have a racist bone in my body. My mother would slap me if I said something like that. What would you say about that? Don Jr. says Soviet Union fell without anyone having to fight them. They and others want that for us, and we could absolutely go there, and it would be devastating to us and to the free world. Absolutely. Hey, Don, thank you for that, man. I think with all the stuff that's going on in the country, I think we're forgetting the bag. And what I mean the bag is when people say comments like, what's going on in Eastern Europe is not our fight. What's going on in Asia is not our fight. did we all forget what happened before World War II? And one for that matter? John says, arc meaning every civilization has its highs and lows and feel like we are in the low. John, thank you for that, man. You educate me now. Maybe a lowest of lows with the division of the two sides. How many civilizations in the history of the world were the biggest and now only have the land they own? Are we getting ready to go into that recession of power or influence? John, I would argue we're just about there now, where power means everything now. I mean, when you have journalists getting fired from jobs and you have folks on talk shows getting fired, what does that tell you? Alicia says, honestly, we are left wide open for another major terrorist attack, but not only domestic, but to include all the other countries our president's pissing off. I agree with that.
What did I miss? Holy moly.
We were talking about, John posed a question about, are we that close to the Civil War? He elaborated a little bit on what arc means.
Okay.
Then there was a comment on Alicia about, and then also from, I think, Eric, about the thought of if we had a civil war, who would benefit, and similar to what happened in the Soviet Union. Because in the Cold War, that's how we won the Cold War, is that the Soviet Union imploded upon itself. You have folks within all the different territories having their own thoughts and beliefs, and they eventually disbanded. Charles, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Yo, you going out to Mildenhall, huh? Congratulations, bro. I don't know if you wanted me to say that, but congratulations.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what? That's what many people say. If I could take you a little bit further back in the Soviet Union, that was the fall of the Roman Empire. Was that everybody started believing their own beliefs, and it separated the empire. So people were like, whatever people were believing back then, people just started going left and right about what they believed in. And then there was like 90 different beliefs, and nobody wanted to fight for anybody. I tell you what I missed. So you both growing beards now. Wow. I'm just lazy. I'm just lazy right now. That's it. Just lazy.
Man, get that.
You need some pepper in your salt.
John says, I would agree and say that we have a domestic terrorism regularly with the mass shootings. Oh, man. You know what, John? John, you've been on point today, man. You get 2 of those. Don't overlook my comment.
I got your comment. I got your little stupid comment.
John, man, you've been on point today. Alicia as well. Hey, so we didn't even talk about the mass shootings that's been occurring too. Here we are at the start of another school year, and we continue to have mass shootings at schools. I won't get into the gun debate because everybody has different views about that one, and it sparks a lot of frustration and anger on both sides. Nick Jack says, now DC thinking prime time. Prime time.
Hey, for sure. All he needs is the glasses.
Hey, Miss Wendy like it.
She don't.
She like it a lot.
She don't. She don't.
And babe, if you're watching this, forgive me, but she likes it a lot.
She told me. She don't.
Anyway, moving on. So yeah, that's another topic about the mass shootings. To put a bow on it, because I feel like this was a dark show, but it was very much stuff that I think people should be talking about. So I appreciate all the comments here. I think there was a couple I missed. Pat Gaudet, what's up, brother? It's been a while, man. He says race and political views have been reduced to like how we cheer for sports teams.
Oh, shit. Damn.
That might be comment of the day.
Oh, my God. Drop the mic.
Today. It's ridiculous. Folks hang their hat on the shiny cherry-picked half-truths versus the heavy lifting of actual thoughts. So trying to understand other folks' point of view. And it's sad. That's comment of the day so far, Pat. Much appreciated. That is true. Because I tell you, I would debate all day and tell you, no matter how bad the Eagles looked the other day, that the Eagles are the best team in the NFL. Even though you would present facts to me, that is not the case. And that's similar to how it is today in the political arena. the
Yo,
same way.
race and political views have been reduced to like how we cheer for our sports team is crazy truth in that comment. That is some kind of that just maybe it just hit home to me, and maybe because I'm friends with Philly and I got to hear about the Eagles all the time, and we debate sports all the time. That is such a great comment.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Okay, I am flabbergasted at how you thought of that. That was so good, so good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me be serious. You can't never be serious, Nick. We understand. All right, think about it.
Oh,
You know,
Cameron,
hey,
I
hey,
love that movie. I love that movie. That's one of my
yeah.
favorite movies. Yo,
Look,
what up, B? What up, B?
can't love his
Pat.
comment enough. 100. That's a real statement. Yeah, it's for
Yeah,
real.
it is. Give him his
But he said,
flowers. Yeah.
"Pats."
All right, now sit down,
Hey,
Pat. Now sit
here we
down.
go. Here we go.
Now sit down,
Yo,
Pat.
you made my
Hey,
dog come in here.
go sit down, Pat. Hey, you living in another world, Pat. Go sit down, brother. You messed it all up now.
You made my dog come in here on that comment.
He needs some milk.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, do you think that mass shootings or whatever has the momentum that it does because it gets so much, I don't want to call it fanfare. I don't know what it's so much publicity behind it?
No, because it keeps
Okay.
happening.
No, so that's what I'm saying. Do you think it happening because they know they're going to get publicity behind it?
No, I mean, maybe I take it back. Maybe it's some truth on both sides to that. I do think, one, I think it's just some sick people out there.
Yeah.
Two, there might be those sick people that feel like they want to establish an agenda on one side. I would argue if you are that sick person, why Pete don't have a fight? Charles, my point exactly. I'm
Here we
sorry,
go with
ladies
the
and gentlemen,
sports,
for
man.
getting off
Here we go with the
topic.
sports.
I will come back to that, but hey, you get one for that, Charles. I will come back to that.
All right, look, let me not spoil. We got 5 minutes and I got to go. So whatever we're going to close up, let's close up.
Okay, we need to do the NFL then. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for changing topic.
Don, you a Pats fan?
Oh man, I feel sorry for y'all. Okay, quickly, Washington, Green Bay. What you got tonight?
I'm cheering for Washington, but Green Bay, I think, is going to win.
Okay, so you're taking Green Bay.
Yeah, my money's with Green Bay.
This is the night that Washington gets put in their place. Green Bay is a better team. So Green Bay over Washington. Okay, and then you got Sunday, Cincinnati and Jacksonville. Who you got? Or do you want to wait for another day for that?
We could do it tomorrow. We could do it tomorrow.
We'll do it. We'll do the Sunday games tomorrow. But for tonight, we're both agreeing Green Bay over Washington. Don says Washington. Nick says, let's end with a broken Falcon that was hit by a car.
Okay. All right.
For life, born in R.
R.I. I don't know where R.I. is.
Rhode Island.
Oh, I don't know where.
No.
Man, a lot of people go with Commanders.
Commanders winning. Y'all sleep. Y'all tripping. Hey, Charles, don't you worry. Hey, don't you trip, Charles. Hey, you always won anyway from that beat down you took in the championship game.
Hey, Dodger. Anyway. Hey, what's the game showing tonight?
Where's the show Prime Video?
Oh, okay, maybe if you want to do the live on
yeah, that's cool. Just gotta make sure we sync our stuff, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's why I asked where it was on. But if you want to do the first,
it comes on 7:15 p.m. So I think that's Eastern time. So that's 6 my time, I think.
Yeah, 4.
No, it's probably. Is it 7:15 my time? I think it's 7:15 my time.
That's late.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
What the heck is that? Well, say what the hell is that?
What was it?
No, it was some commercial when I clicked on his link. But I'm trying to confirm. Is that 7:15 my time or?
Yeah, it's 5:15 my time. So yeah, 7:15 your time.
Okay, so 7:15. So, yo, fighter Nick, come on, man, bros, don't be delusional. Charles says I'm going to get on here one day and give you and Pete with his dirty Falcons the business.
Was
he
it
ain't no
dirt?
Falcons fan. This
He's a
dude is
dirty
the
bird.
biggest bandwagon hopper. You
Dirty
notice
bird.
there's no Atlanta Falcons stuff on his back. I won't even get into how much he paid for these posters. You know, I try to help him out with it, whatever. And Mike Tyson's crooked. So, but anyway.
It is a little crooked now. Look at it. I got to move him up anyway.
Hey, applaud him. His room looks a lot better, though. It looks good.
Thank you.
It looks good. DD214, land is nice. Just got my boat dock approved.
Yeah.
On our way, bro.
Yeah. Me too, bro.
What's up, bro?
Provided. How do you say that word?
Providence.
Providence.
What's up,
Samel? What is that?
Here's Samuel.
Every time we get on good debates with people chiming in, oh, John Becker, I'm sorry, I gotta go. But this will be the last comment for the day, and then I'll take off.
Let me see. I gotta open up the other side so I can see it. Okay, sorry for going away from football. Go Vikings. So here's my struggle today. With the Charlie Kirk death, again, I had no idea who this guy was before his death. Then I'm flooded with videos of his past debates and quotes, both pushing their own agendas with the videos they post. How are people saying that because he is a man of faith and was saved by Jesus? How do they justify his views on how empathy is made up and mass shootings are necessary to keep the Second Amendment rights? Maybe my struggle is that my commander wanted to talk about how this was impacting him today, and I felt some type of way about it. Ooh, why you hit this now with this?
Not the commander want to talk about it.
Oh,
wow.
No. That's a difficult. I'm curious what you did.
Oh, you're in Orlando. Hey, I was looking for a job up there, actually. That's interesting. There's a job I was looking to take up there. Pete, you look like the front of Just for Men. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
John, hey, John. Well, hey, John. Hey. John, you get this, man. Great comment, man. We'll have to hit that up on the next one, man. We'll make sure we remember that.
All right, we'll be back on later on tonight for the football game. So if y'all want to join us for the live comment, of course, we can't show the game, but we're going to commentate on it. So you guys can watch the game, put mute, listen to us. Hopefully we're synced up with everything and everything will be good. But first half, maybe we'll do the first half and let y'all enjoy the second half. But yeah, maybe we'll do that. 5:15 right here, same place, same time. See us live. Back at y'all. Popular celebrities.
Oh, birds. Gang. Bird gang.
Thank y'all for the comments too. Thank y'all.
Bird gang. Bird gang.